Hey, my Fyxation came. Time to go take this inside and build it up. Before we begin, please know that Fyxation recommends bringing your bike into your local bike shop to be assembled by a professional bike mechanic. But if you're more of the hands-on type, follow these steps and we're going to show you how to assemble your bike at home. Grab the bike frame firmly, brace the box, and pull up. The entire bike assembly should come out smoothly. You can use a scissors or a side cutter pliers to unstrap all of the zip ties and rubber bands holding your bike together. Once you've gotten to this point where you've removed the packaging from your bike, it's time to open up the small box that came with your bike. This has a lot of important parts, including your owner's manual, a box wrench to install various bits on your bike, the pedals for your bike, a rear and front reflector for safety, and 3 sizes of Allen wrench to help you build your bike. I grabbed some extra tools off Fyxation's website to help me out with future maintenance on my bike and for the build today. So we're going to go up to the stem on your bike. There's 4 bolts here. Each of them are 4mm Allen bolts. We're going to remove the entire faceplate of the stem, so take out all 4. We're going to take the handlebars and install them in the stem. Now that the faceplate is removed, you have to reinstall it. So put those 4 bolts back in, start tightening them down. Be sure that your handlebars are centered in the stem. You don't want them too far to one side or the other. Snug each of these up till it's nice and tight. Go around and make sure everyone feels about the same tightness. Next, we're going to install your front wheel. Make sure to take the nuts and thread them out to the end of the axle, not all the way off, just get them nice and loose on both sides. Lift up the front of the bike, roll the wheel in, and slide that tire between the brakes. It's nice to do this on the ground because you want to make sure the full weight of the bike is sitting on the wheel to make sure that the wheel is in the frame straight. Once you've got that done, you can take these nuts and hand snug them to the frame. Take your 15mm wrench and tighten those up nice and tight. Apply grease to the inside of your seat tube. Take your saddle and seat post and insert it into the frame. Once you've achieved your desired saddle height with your 4mm Allen wrench, secure the seat post clamp. Now I'm going to install the pedals. To do that, because we're at home, I'm going to flip the bike upside down, resting it on its handlebars and the saddle. Grab your pedals. There is a left and a right pedal, and to tell that, look at the end of the pedal spindle. There should be an R or an L etched in it to tell you which side it goes on. Use your grease to lubricate the crank arm threads. And since we're on the drive side with the chain, or the right side of the bike, we're using our right pedal. And to thread it in, we're going to pedal the bike backwards. Repeat the process on the left side of the bike. Again, rotating the pedal backwards. Take your 15mm wrench, or pedal wrench in our case, and snug them up. Your pedals are secured. Flip your bike back over. So we've tightened our handlebars to the stem, but the stem isn't tight on the fork. If you were to go out and ride this bike right now, it would not be good. The tire is staying in place, but the handlebars can still be moved. So we want to tighten up the stem. You're going to be wanting to tighten the bolts that are on the side of the stem, but use your 5mm Allen wrench. Make sure your rear wheel nuts are tightened just like the front ones. Pull your brake lever a couple of times to ensure that the brake is operating properly and is centered on the wheel. You can hand center the brake if you need to. Also use your 5mm Allen wrench to ensure that the cable fixing bolt is nice and snug. Do the same safety check with your rear brake. We're almost done here. All we have left to do is inflate the tires. Fyxation bikes use press to valve, so make sure that your pump is ready for it. And we're going to fill these tires up to 90 psi. That's what you need to know to assemble your Fyxation bike. Now all that's left is for you to take it out and go for a ride.